Hey guys, welcome back to Angela's Angel. And on this topic, as you guys can see, I'm going to talk about how narcissistic people force you to like them. Narcissistic people force you to like them. So don't think just because you're an empath and you might, you might be an extrovert. I used to be an extrovert. After you deal with narcissists, you become a little bit more introverted just because you know that they're everywhere and you almost don't know, who to trust, because it's not like, they have narcissists on their forehead, so there's different levels of narcissism. But one thing that you can count on is that these are very angry people. These are very disturbed people. Some of them even, pretend to be empaths and will tell you, that people are picking on them, or they seem like the victim, right? But what they don't tell you is that they're forcing themselves on people. So while you're sitting here fighting for these people, you'll notice these people will treat their friends better. They'll treat strangers better than their own family, right? Because they want to be liked. They force you to like them. See, when the empath has all this love to give to narcissist people that they're giving attention to, and don't understand the mind of a narcissist, doesn't, you don't understand how far deep down the rabbit hole this person can take you. You're trusting that who they are is to be facts. Whatever they tell you, you trust and believe, and they almost make themselves look desirable, or it's like they come at you like they can teach you things. Like they study you and they see where you're at mentally, and then they meet you wherever you're at. They're chameleons. And if you are someone who is highly more intelligent than the narcissist, they might just not want nothing to do with you, even if you're an empath, and even if you don't understand the extensity of narcissism. If you see the red flags, you have boundaries, self-respect, that person is going to keep trying as far as you let them. Some people, narcissists just give, very weird red flags where the person won't even fall for it. But one thing you can count on is that they want to be liked, so they will force themselves on you. See, the empath, a lot of times when you don't know this and you just want to love people and be nice, and you think that if you treat people kindly, they're going to treat you back kindly, or you think if you're being real with people, they're going to be real with you, or you feel like, why would they have anything to lie about? Why would she have anything to lie about? You don't know that this person just wants to be liked to get something out of you, right? So a lot of times the empath, when you want to be liked by the narcissist, or you want them to see that you're a good person, you're not doing it because you want to exploit them, right? But the narcissist is looking at it like, you want something from me. You want attention. You want something from me, whether you are aware of it or not, right? And you're thinking they want the same things. So you share your dreams, you share your plans, and the narcissist almost has this excitement inside of them. So you think that you're on the same page, but you're not. The narcissist just wants to be liked, to use you, to exploit you. They they like the chase, the hunt, right? A lot of times empaths give themselves away easily, so you'll wonder why would they treat another supply differently. That new supply might like the narcissist, but they're not willing to cross certain boundaries, meaning that the narcissist probably hasn't slept with them. They haven't got too far deep to where the narcissist can control them. So as long as the narcissist does not have control over you, they'll keep chasing after you, you know, and that's in friendships, that's in anything, in any situation that the narcissist feels like they can get supply, they'll just keep coming after you, a lot of times what a lot of narcissists will do is that, they'll ease their way in, they'll become familiar to you, familiar spirits, they also, like I said, they're very animalistic, so they know that a lot of empaths, they just want to feel connected, right? You feel like there's some type of disconnection, right? The narcissist feels like the disconnection is your reality to the real world, the disconnection that you feel is the disconnection of society, of just day-to-day basis of living, right, and surviving. So, a lot of times when things are unnatural, you don't feel well. It's like being in a cage. It's not ideal to be in a cage, but whatever you got to do to survive, that's just what you're going to do. So the narcissist feeds off of people because they know a lot of people feel empty or have some type of trauma that is holding them back. The narcissist goes, after people who are down, A lot of times what people don't know is that the narcissist might have experienced a time and place in their life, even as a child, or their teen years where they might have not been able to manipulate people to the extensity that they do now, right? Meaning that the narcissist wants to be liked, so they could have went their whole life wanting to be liked by people or have some type of popularity, or they had to watch people who were getting admiration for certain things or goals that they put out. And the narcissist from the sideline was looking at them like, oh, you're only popular at school because your parents have this, or because you have a car, or they point out the reasons. Oh, you're good looking, right? You're good looking. So you have certain narcissists who they want to be liked, and they are liked by people because of their appearance. And those are some of the most malignant narcissists, because they know how to act feminine, or they know how to charm you. If they're a guy, they know how to charm you. They seem very respectable. Everybody wants to be around them, or they, their jokes might even be cruel, but people will be around. People might laugh because this person is good looking, and they just feel like they want to be around this person, because if they're around someone who's attractive, it'll give them admiration from others. It would help them be liked by others. It's all about how they look, right? If you notice, certain narcissistic parents, they only care about the image. It's all about being liked by people. So they'll get rid of their children. Whatever they got to do, they'll send you to boarding school. Whatever it takes for them to be liked, and for you not to blow their cover or expose them to other people, right? So a lot of narcissists want to be liked. Some of them are more, dangerous than others because they hold power. They hold power maybe because of their background, maybe because of their finances, maybe because of their looks, right? Then you have certain narcissists that it wasn't about their looks, or their brother or their sibling or their best friend had the looks and they didn't have the looks, but yet they hung around this person because they felt like it would give them, brownie points, and it would help them look, like I said, desirable. So if you notice certain narcissists, they'll start admiring certain men, right? And they'll talk about their guy friend or something, and that's all they talk about, to the point where you're like, is this person gay or something? Or, they're, this person came to my job and we exchanged numbers, we're going to do business together. And then they start stalking the dude, they start calling the dude, they want to be around this person. They start talking about this person's wife or their girlfriend. Oh, she's just using him. Oh, but first they were admiring that person, they were admiring that person's life. They want it to be liked by that person. Now, if that person is just giving them an opportunity, the narcissist wanted to be around them so bad. So if that person was to give the narcissist a business opportunity, and the narcissist feels like this person likes them, right? And I'm not talking about relationships. This is why when you get in a relationship with them, they start abusing you, right? They start talking bad about you. They start talking bad about you even to their family. They do this even in friendship. So they'll sit here and that guy, he's gotten help from his family. He comes from a family of money. He didn't get it from scratch, and all these things. But then if you were to tell the narcissist, okay, even if that's the case, if he did come from a good family, right? Because I've seen this happen. I've heard these type of conversations where narcissists are just hating, but they want to be liked. They want all the attention to themselves. They'll go after people, and then if you're even nice to them, they want to secretly fight you, because of all the hate, the anger that they have inside of them. That anger has to come out one way or another. And it's always going to come, even if you think, oh, the narcissist abused me and they were nice to other people. They might not abuse other people to that extensity, but in the back of their head, they are abusing the relationship because they're thinking, oh, what can I get out of this? They're not looking at people for who they are inside, for their heart. And when people show them, hey, no matter how successful I am, I still have a good heart. I take care of my family. I take certain things, certain principalities I take serious. Now the narcissist is looking at you like you're a sucker, and they're thinking about, taking from you or breaking your family apart or getting you to do things to go against your morals, right? And while they're doing it, they want you to like them. While they're destroying your life and they're pretending to be your friend and your boy, they're destroying your life at the same time. And guess what? Once your marriage or your relationship is ruined, the narcissist is sitting there with their supply, and they're sitting there, the same person they were talking shit about, the supply that they were talking to you about, so that you can like them and feel like, they're living this bachelor life and they're just happy. While all that is going on, and they're, devaluing their source of supply, now they will mess up their friends' relationships, and then they'll sit there and lay up with the person with the supply that they were talking so bad about, and they'll pillow talk about their friends and oh, my friend just got a divorce. Oh, he got caught doing this. Oh, he was cheating on her. But the narcissist won't tell you that they were going out with their friend and they were influencing their friend to do bad things. And then on top of that, now that their friend is seeking, seeking for someone to comfort them or something, or hey, let's go out, I'm going through all this, I need a night out, or the supply that I had, uh, um, now that I'm going through this divorce, the supply that I have doesn't even want me. And a lot of times the narcissist will try to get with the supply that they cheated on their friend. When their friend cheated with that supply, the narcissist will sit there and try to get with that supply too. So they'll sit there and try to get with the supply, that their friend was with, and now their friend is reaching out to them. Hey, I don't know what's going on with this supply. Little do they know the narcissist is talking to that supplier, trying to, talk to them behind behind their friend's back, and devaluing their friend and telling their secrets to that supply, and trying to belittle that person as, oh, they're weak, they're a sucker, they're this, they're that, right? So the narcissist will target other people, and sometimes that man could have been a narcissist too. The narcissist is nobody's friend, but that narcissist could have been more trusting of the narcissist because they just wanted to be liked. So these narcissists will hang around each other, and they all are in a competition of, who's going to like who more. They'll stick together in packs, but they don't really have each other's backs. They're really in a secret competition with each other. So the narcissist will pillow talk about, their friends, and the narcissist won't tell you that they're trying to talk to the new supply, their friend's new supply, behind their back. They won't tell you the snaky, stuff that they're doing. And now, like I said, if the friend reaches out, the narcissist is FaceTiming or, answering the phone. Oh, I'm with my girl right now. And the friend is thinking to themselves, like, I thought you said you didn't want to be with her. I thought, you're always calling her the B word, or you talk like she's not even your girl, and now you're answering the phone. Oh, I'm with my girl. And the narcissist is going out to places, posting pictures, and they're hoping not only past sources of supply are envious, but they're hoping that their friends are envious too. And if they get any hate, guess what? Anyone who's in their life, the new supply, they're going to say, oh, look, my ex hates me. Oh, look, my friend hates me. Oh, look, my family hates me. And that new supply might be an empath. She might have, trauma, or she might have abandonment problems. And she thinks that the narcissist is just like her. The narcissist is trying to force her to like the narcissist by giving, a sob story. And now that supply is opening up to the narcissist, and the narcissist, they like it when you'll sit there and talk to them for hours, or you'll wake up in the morning, they'll text you, and they're the first person on your mind in the morning, at night. They want to make sure that you're thinking about them because they want to be liked by you. And it doesn't matter if they're not attracted to you. It doesn't matter if they're not taking you serious as supply. The narcissist literally is an attention whore. Like, they don't care who they get attention from. They can go to their corner liquor store and try to get attention from the homeless people hanging out. There's different levels, of course, of narcissism, and certain narcissists, you wouldn't catch them not even a mile away from there, right? But that's how exaggerated it is. The more malignant they are, the more they're self-aware of their own self and their actions and their traits, and they just kind of keep trying to mold their actions in a way where it's going to go unnoticeable, meaning that the narcissist wants to be liked. It's human nature for people to fight, right? Human beings fight, animals fight, right? Animals fight and make up. Family members in the same pack will fight. Your dogs will fight each other, and then everything is cool, right? The narcissist knows this. So what the narcissist does is that they come off really nice. They want to be liked, and they're almost concentrating on not showing you any anger, not showing you any signs of aggression. It's like a little kid trying to, fold their hands and sit on a chair very quietly, and they're trying to deceive you to think that they're always good. And the moment you turn around, they steal something or they take something very sneaky like. So a lot of narcissists, they observe people observing them. They want to know if you could see through them. See, when your family, your friends, and people around you have been with, or have lived longer than you or have more experience than you, the narcissist, the main reason why they don't like you going back and telling people when you see red flags and you go and tell someone and you're like, something's off about this dude, right? Or something's off about, this person just disappeared, or this person just got mad and blocked me. Like, this is weird, right? And you might think it's weird, right? And if you share this with someone, they might tell you, oh, they got something else going on. They probably got another person, or, they'll tell you different things. And, or they'll tell you, oh, they'll come back, they'll return, they're just trying to make themselves more desirable. They want to make sure you like them. They're just disappearing because they love bombed you, and now they're going to come back so that they can make themselves seem more desirable. Everything is a game. Everything is a chess move with the narcissist. A lot of times at supply, you don't know what's going on. You don't know that that's what they're doing. They're doing everything so that they can be liked more and more by you until they can control you. The narcissist, there's someone who, a lot of times, especially, as they were younger, a lot of times they might have done things to turn people off, right? They might have done things to turn people off. They might have even became obsessed with people or delusional, where they're like, oh, the most popular girl in school was nice to me, so she likes me, she got the hots for me. They'll tell themselves things, and then, they become, when people try to tell them it's in their head, they become extra delusional. They go into that fantasy world, and they almost make the people around them believe their delusion, because they become so passionate when they talk. So people will be like, oh no, this person, they're speaking from the heart, or they're speaking some real stuff, right? That's how the narcissist, because the narcissist just wants to be liked. So they'll be extra passionate about something, and you're like, okay, maybe they're telling the truth. And then the narcissist will act like, oh, I'm not shy. They'll go around that girl of their dreams, the popular girl in school. They'll go around that person. They'll act like a gentleman. They'll do everything in a very movie-like, very animated, and then now that they've convinced the flying monkeys, their friends, on their fake confidence and their fantasy, their delusion, now that everybody believes it, the girl has to believe it, right? A lot of times it took the narcissist time and time again to become as manipulative as they are. They had to fail a lot of times to finally feel like they got it right. So the narcissist's whole thing is, I need to be liked. I need to be liked. I need to go to second base. I need to go to third base. I need to have sex with you. Anything to be liked, anything to force even a connection with you. The narcissist will try to force you to, they're the type of people that will rape you, and then you're like, hey, you raped me, right? And then they'll sit there and they'll like, oh, I thought that's what you wanted, or I thought you liked it, or, and they'll sit there and act like, oh, I didn't know. They'll play really dumb with you. And then, they will try to force you to like them. They'll try to make you feel like what happened didn't really happen the way you think it happened. And what happened was almost mutual. And if you deny it, they're like, I didn't know that. You were giving me all the signs. You were acting like you liked me. You were batting your lashes at me. You were making eye contact with me. Like, they become very delusional to the point where it's kind of scary. And I'm not saying that every narcissist will take it that far where they'll do something like that to you, but I'm saying you could just be polite and they'll take it as you're flirting with them or you like them, right? And sometimes they'll even fish for a compliment. Like, they'll say something like, oh, I know every time you see me, you get happy. Oh, I'm the most handsome guy you've seen today, right? They'll fish for compliments and it's almost weird. And when you tell them, like, no, I wasn't even thinking about you. Oh, I'm not into old guys. Oh, I'm not into short guys. If you say something to like, make sure you snap them out of that delusion because they're the ones who brought it up. It's like, a lot of times when people do stuff like this, people don't even notice it's a red flag. Or it could be a narcissist. A lot of people would just laugh or take it as a joke, right? But think about it. If you went up to somebody, like, think about you going up to somebody and like, just like, especially a guy, right? Because a lot of guys fish for compliments, right? You would think that the woman would be the one, fishing for compliments. The guys think that when women fish for compliments is when they dress a certain way and they're like, oh, she just wants attention, right? But she's not. A lot of times a woman is not just going to come up to me personally as a woman, or even to a man. She'll just ignore him, or she'll just walk, or she'll give the eyes or something. But she's not, a lot of times she's not going to go up to a strange man that she doesn't even know and say, hey, you think I'm good looking, huh? Don't you? Unless she's really drunk or intoxicated or in a really crazy setting. But on a normal day-to-day basis, I see a lot of guys fish for compliments and they want to be liked, right? And when you shut them down and you turn them down, they get offended. A lot of narcissists, what's crazy is that they fish for compliments, but they don't like to compliment others. They don't like to compliment others. Even when you look good, they'll give you a compliment, but then they got to be mean to you because they don't want you to have any confidence. But if you tell the narcissist, oh, babe, you look nice, you just got a haircut, they're on their way to go out the door to cheat over a haircut. Their confidence is so high over a haircut, right? So you'll see that a lot of narcissists will fish for compliments because they want to be liked. And a lot of times, I always burst bubbles, because a lot of times when you're nice and polite with narcissists, they'll take it as you like them, or you're being nice to them because you find them attractive, or you're giving them some type of special treatment, or they think you're one of those girls that or like the Jezebel spirit, how you're mostly nice to men but you're not nice to women. So they'll just assume you're like the Jezebel spirit, and you're gonna go back and forth with them, and you're gonna be fueling them, they're gonna be fueling you. So when you just reject these people and you don't feel them, they're appalled. They're like, I'm gonna get you to like me. How come you didn't give me a compliment? Another girl would have gave me a compliment. You're a hater, and now they won't like you. And it's crazy because even when they don't like you, they still want you to like them. So instead of fighting you, because that's really what they want to do. These are angry people. right? If you were in a relationship with them, they would be pissed off if you didn't boost their ego. But when they're strangers, what they will do is that they won't like you, but they'll still try to be nice to you. They'll force smiles. Everything is forced. They'll even start asking you invasive questions. And their whole thing is pretending to be nice, because even though they don't like you, they're fishing for information, or they're looking for a way to disrespect you. They're trying to find an outlet to disrespect you, right? And if they're able to find and get information from you, then when they fish for a compliment, or they feel like, hey, you should like me by now. I've been fake nice with you. You should like me by now. I really want to fight you a long time ago, but I can't fight you for no reason. I can't fight you just because you don't like me, right? So to them, it's like, I'll just wait around. I'll keep being nice. I'll bite my tongue. And then when I fish for a compliment again, or when I feel like you should trust me, or you should be open, or I feel like once I feel like I know you and I disrespect you, if you try to put your guard up and say something back to me and defend yourself from my nasty comments, if you try to defend yourself, I'm going to feel like I know you already, because I already invaded your space, asked you personal questions. I try to figure out your personality. I try to figure out if you're a nice person, if you have another side to you. How intelligent are you? Can you read through a manipulative person? Because it doesn't really matter how smart you think you are. Can you see through me? Can you see that I'm a liar, that I just want to be liked, that I don't like being alone? Can you see all of my insecurities? Because everybody sees that I have this confidence about myself, but for some reason, you're not falling for it. So if I convince you to fall for it, and I get to fish information from you, I already don't like you. I really just want you to like me, but I can tell that you just don't want to open up to me, and you don't want to give me compliments because you're a hater. So they're sitting here building their own narrative, their own perspective on you. They're literally fighting by themselves while being nice with you, because at the end of the day, their whole goal is to make you like them. So if none of that shit works, now they're going to be mad. Now they're going to call you names. Now they're going to point out things to try to make you insecure. They're going to try to set you up. And if you put your guard down and you told them anything, they're going to use those things against you. But they always wanted to fight you. They've been wanting to fight you from the start. But their goal was, let me force you to like me. And if I can't force you to like me, then I'm going to attack. Where in most empaths, you're not going to force people to like you. And if they don't like you, you don't care. Like, who are they, right? Sometimes it might make you feel awkward that someone doesn't like you. Like, that's weird. I haven't done anything to that person. But you're not going to chase after that person. You're just going to try to probably stay away from them. You're not going to try to force that person to like you. The narcissist is the type of person that someone will give them energy from the start. I don't want to talk to you. I don't really want to be your friend. Hey, we don't got to talk. I don't know you. We're strangers. I know we work together. I just don't want to talk. The narcissist, they're the type of person that they feel like, I'm going to force you to like me. I'm going to convince you to like me. They're going to, and if they can't convince you to like them, then they're going to try to figure out how they can convince everyone around you to like them, so that they can get everyone to send you messages and work as flying monkeys and get you to act out of character and try to seem like this evil person. They're going to seem like the lifesaver, and then they're going to try to turn the same people around you on you, you know. So narcissists are very dangerous because they're like a parasite. They want to be liked so bad to the point where, they'll flirt with your friends, they'll flirt with your family. There's nothing that these type of people sometimes won't do, and you got to watch them around your children, because it's like, they want to be liked to the point where it's actually pretty sick. Some of them, a lot of them, even though they might fight you, there's a lot of times, even though they might fight with you, there'll be days or there'll be times where they'll act like nothing happened, because they're like, I still want to be liked by you. I know I pissed you off. I know we fought. I know, we were fighting to the death, but I still want to be liked by you, because I want something out of you. I still feel like you have supply. You have something to give me. You liked me once before. I can make you like me again. So when they go from relationship to relationship, they're kind of like, my ex was in love with me or liked me. And if their new relationship isn't working, they'll say, oh, I'll go back to my ex. And they don't think to themselves, maybe that person already moved on with their life. Maybe that person has, they're in a new relationship. The narcissist doesn't care about that. They're like, oh, I don't want to be alone. I want a monkey branch. I want to be liked. I want to be admired. I don't want to be alone, and I know that this person used to like me, so maybe I can convince them to like me again. I'm the one who broke up with them. I know that they're probably still there for me. I bet you if I call them, they're gonna come. They're gonna show up. And then they'll, if you're still broken about what they did because you don't know you're dealing with the narcissist, then the narcissist will sit there and, oh, let's meet up for dinner. Let's do this. Let's do that. If you ignore them because they really hurt you, they'll pop up at your house. They'll pop up at your school. They'll pop up at your job. They'll send you gifts. They'll contact you. Hey, do you need some money? Like they're trying to buy you. They're trying to buy you, and they're trying to force you to like them. So you'll have some narcissists that will buy you things and try to force you to like them. Like I said, it's in human nature for human beings to fight. Animals fight, right? It's like going into a new job. There's gonna be narcissists there, and they want to be liked. But at the same time, they want to be able to cross your boundaries. They want to feel like you're going to have something to offer them. Or if you want to stay at this job, you're going to have to go through my test. And my test is you're going to have to deal with my anger, my bipolar attitude. You're going to have to deal with me being nice one minute, mean the other. You're going to have to accept me for who I am. And in order for you to accept me for who I am, you got to like me even if I'm being mean. You have to like me even if I'm bossing you around. A lot of times it's kind of like when people initiate people in a gang, everybody beats them up, right? You get beat up into a gang. The reason a lot of times everybody beats you up is because when you get put on into something, into a group who's been doing things and profiting from being in that group, they feel like you're gonna owe them something. Oh, you think you could just walk in here? Everybody knows that you're gonna, even though these people are supposed to be in your team, they're going to want you to prove why you should be on that team. So you're going to have different people gang stalking you, different people playing games with you. So when they initiate people into this gang, into this group, everybody beats this person up because the whole purpose of it is, hey, take out your anger, take out all your anger, everything you're gonna feel, jealousy, hate, any, oh, you got it easy just coming in here. Take all that out and just beat that person up right away in the start, and then you could be a part of our group, right? That's what that gang mentality has. What happens when you go into a church? Everyone is nice. They want to be liked by you. But then they turn on you out of nowhere like wild animals, right? Just like animals fight. And when that happens, they're showing you who they are. And you're like, oh, these people aren't holy like I thought they were. And they're like, okay, we're dropping the mask. Are you willing to accept us for the wild animals that we are? Are you able to pass the test? Do you still like us now that we dropped the mask and we're picking on you? Or are you going to go tell on us? Are you going to get us fired just because we might have a bad day? Or are you going to go gossip about us? They're like predators are studying you, right? I'm not saying all these people are narcissists because, like I said, humans, animals fight. It's natural to fight, but what are you fighting for? You know what I'm saying? Are you greedy and that's why you're fighting? Are you abusing someone and that's why you're fighting? Are you stealing from someone and that's why you're fighting? Because narcissists fight for the wrong reasons, right? Some people, they want to make sure you're not going to mess up their program. Some people are just trying to exploit you. And that's up to you to figure out. And that's why you have to be careful about the new territory and new places and new people that you meet. Because a lot of people will act like nice so that you can like them, but you don't know what comes with them. You don't know if they're going to want a favor, if they're going to start asking for things. You don't know if they're not even going to ask you for a favor, if they're just going to rob you and steal from you. Because they'll want to be liked, and then they'll do something to you. They'll use you, they'll abuse you. They'll want all of your attention. They'll want you to be revolving around their world while destroying you and denying what they're doing to you. So a lot of narcissists, that's all they want. They want to be liked. They want to be liked even when they drop that mask. They want to tell you, hey, this is what I want out of the relationship. And they're telling you things and you're like, hey, this is not what I signed up for. Hey, this is not who I thought you were. And now because you like them, because they convinced you to like them, now you feel like in order to keep getting that likable person, you got to take abuse and you got to take stuff that you don't got to take. The narcissist is just manipulative. They're not that intelligent. They're very manipulative. They've been doing that for a very long time. And the only way they got to that point is because they made a lot of mistakes. And they didn't make those mistakes to be a better person. They made those mistakes to be more manipulative, to fool people, to have enablers, to have people believing their lies and giving them chance after chance, knowing that they're not even going to fall through with what they're saying. So guess what? If they already know they're full of shit and they're a sham, anytime you have dreams or aspirations or people like you just for being you and not wanting nothing from you, the narcissist is going to hate on you. They're going to compete with you. And a lot of times these people will give you red flags. Like sometimes I think back, like going on a like a little hiking date with the narcissist. And I remember he stopped at a tree and he started to write our initials on the tree with a heart. And I thought it was weird. And I was like, why are you doing that? And he's like, so we can have our initials on the tree or whatever in this little hiking trail. Because a lot of people would write on, it was like a area where people will write on the trees, right? They'll scrape up their initials and the date and things like that. So I was thinking like, every time the narcissist love bombs, they start doing things that's like shit off of a movie, you know, putting their jacket down on the sand, and you're thinking, oh, they're just being a gentleman, right? Everything that they do is calculated so that you can like them. They're not doing that shit because they really like you. They're literally writing, scraping your name, putting a heart. They're doing that shit because they want to be liked by you, but it doesn't mean that they like you. You know, they'll take you out to dinner, and they're not doing it because, you know, they really like you and they want to take you out, do something nice for you. They're doing it because they feel like I want to come here. I chose the restaurant. I want to be liked by you. I want you to admire me. I want to see your reaction. I want to see how happy you are. But it's not like I want to make you happy. It's I want to see how you see me. I want to look at you and view. I want to see myself through your lenses. I want to look at you and I want to see myself. I want to see the reflection of myself through you. And then they try to mold you to be something that doesn't even exist because they're not even real. You know? And it's like they want you to think like them. They want you to, you know, compete with them. And then I realized also when we were taking that hike or whatever, he said to me, he said, oh, I came up here with my family and my sister ended up throwing up. She this is as far as she made it to the trail. Cause I guess we were halfway when he said that, right? And then he's like, oh, this is where she was throwing up or whatever. He's like, how are you doing? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And he's like, oh, okay. Like, you know, like you're keeping up, right? You're keeping up or whatever. So I could tell that it got to the point, like when we were getting to the end, I could tell that he got kind of tired and I was kind of exhausted too from the sun. And all of a sudden, when we got close to the end, I'm not lying to you, he just takes off running. He's like, okay, I'll meet you at, he's like, okay, let's race to the bottom, right? This was my first time going to this trail. I don't know how to get to the bottom. We're like going together and I'm thinking, I don't even know how to get down. I don't know if I'm gonna end up taking, you know, like sometimes when you go down, the trails will split into another trail. And I'm like, I don't want to race, you know, like we're already at the end. Like, I don't want to race or whatever. And it's like, he didn't even ask. He just said, let's race to the bottom. And then he just starts running. And then I just see his little head turn around. Like, he wanted to make sure I was looking at him. And I'm thinking to myself, like, he wants me to look at him. He wants me to admire him. He wants me to be like, oh, wow, he's in good shape. You know what I'm saying? He was competing with me. Oh, you're not tired? Oh, me and my family came. My sister threw up right here. You know, and it's like he was trying to project someone else onto me. And I'm pretty sure it wasn't his sister. But it's just funny because these people are so desperate to be liked and to compete with you. It's really scary. A lot of the narcissists that you know, they force themselves on me, and I literally give them every hint that I don't like them or that I don't want nothing to do with them or that I'm just indifferent to them. And they force themselves on me. Or like if they see me talking to someone and getting along with someone, they'll try to chime in into the conversation because they'll be like, oh, we got a mutual friend. You don't like me, but we have a mutual friend. And then they'll try to chime in into the conversation thinking that that's going to make me change my perspective on them. And I'll just be like, hey, mind your business. Or, hey, like, you know, you're interrupting. Like, they're like kids. Like, they'll interrupt your conversations and then they'll start making it about them when they already know you don't get along with them, you don't talk to them, but they're forcing themselves on you. And the only reason you don't talk to them, it's not because you're a mean person, you're a bad person, but they already showed you too many narcissistic traits. And when I say narcissistic traits, I don't mean like, oh, they're being arrogant, oh, they got too much confidence, because I would never try to project someone to be a narcissist because of those things. I'm talking about when they're constantly fishing for compliments. I'm talking about when they're invading my privacy, asking me personal questions right away, and I just met them. I'm talking about when they're assuming things about me that aren't true, or they're trying to make me feel some type of way, or they're trying to make me laugh or make fun of someone, and it's, to me, I don't find it funny, right? So those are the main things that will turn me off about a person right away, and I'll say I don't want nothing to do with that. They're toxic, right? So they'll try to act like they don't know why I don't want to mess with them, right? And they'll force themselves. They'll bring their pets around me. Oh, my dog is friendly. Oh, go pet my dog. They'll use animals to try to make you like them. I had a narcissist that they already know, I don't like them because when I met them, they were very rude. Like, they were very rude to a friend of mine because she's just really, really nice. And this dude was just obnoxious. They were hitting the window before they even entered the room. They were like slamming the window really hard. And I'm like, why is he hitting the window that hard? Why doesn't he just come in? Or why doesn't he just wait? Like, why are you slamming the window like that? I thought that was crazy. So that was my first impression. So sometimes, first impressions matter, but when the narcissist, when they feel like they don't care if you like them anymore and they're just around you, they start getting disrespectful. So then if you have friends or anybody, they get disrespectful with them too. So be careful with that. A lot of narcissists want to get you to like them, and then once they start disrespecting you, they think they could disrespect your friends, your family. They're weirdos, That's why as soon as I see the signs up front, I'm like, first impressions matter. You come in here acting weird, or like, or you might go and you might be friends with someone from childhood, right? And then, your friend just got married, or she's in a serious relationship, and then you go visit them, and the narcissist, if they're with the narcissist will start saying things to your friend in front of you. They'll want to be liked by you. And then if they feel like they don't care, or they're just disrespectful, because they're disrespecting your friend, so they're naturally disrespectful, they'll disrespect your friend in front of you. Or they'll tell your friend, oh, you're trying to act funny in front of your little friend, and you're sitting there like, why would the narcissist say something like that? And, or the narcissist, I remember my friend telling the narcissist that she ended up marrying, before they even get married, she told them, I'm not acting like anything. I've been knowing her since we were in the 4th grade. They're weirdos. Like, when you get in relationships with these people, they act like they know your life. They feel like they know you so well. They know all your friends. They know all your family. And then they're disrespectful, And if you look down on them, they don't like that when you look down on them. Because if you look down on them and you're like, oh, I don't want to come around. Now when you do come around, now they're being extra nice. Hey, you thirsty? Hey, you want a drink? Now they're being nice. They just had to make sure that they don't care about being liked by you, because they already have control over your friend. And to them, it's like, they want to be liked by you, but they also feel like maybe your friend had been talking bad about them, even if your friend hadn't shared the negative aspect of them, right? You don't even know about their narcissistic traits. Your friend didn't share that with you, but they'll assume your friend shared those things with you. So if they assume that your friend has shared things about, them, they'll feel like, oh, I don't like your friend. They'll be disrespectful because they'll feel like you don't like them because your friend already shared things about them. Or if they feel like you talk to your family about them, they'll feel like, I don't like your family because you probably talked bad about me to them, you know? So the narcissist will be nice to you, your family, as long as you like them, as long as you don't call them out on their lies, on their bullshit. Once you see any red flag, or once they become paranoid and they think you know something, that's why they tell you when you leave the narcissist, just don't give them any hints, right? So the moment you show the narcissist that you know that they're lying or they're gaslighting you, they feel like you don't like them, and that's when you became the enemy. Now that's when they feel like they got to be vindictive and do something to you. I'm going to get you before you get me. And you're not planning on doing anything. You're just questioning the narcissist's behavior, and they'll feel like, oh, you're catching me in a lie. That means you don't like me anymore, and you're probably going to leave me for somebody else. So I might as well go cheat on you. They'll just make up shit. That's not even true. These are delusional people. What you don't know is that the narcissist's mind, it runs wild, all because they want to be liked. And then at the same time, they're yelling in your face saying they don't care about being liked, and they don't care about feelings, and they don't care about nothing, right? But they do want to be liked. And if they can't be liked by you, they'll go out seeking people to like them, strangers, people at their jobs, people on the corner, people on the internet. You know, they're always looking for people. They're always looking for people to be around them. Their neighbors, they're that person that's going to be like extra friendly to all their neighbors. They'll be more nice to their neighbors than their own family. You know, these are people that can also play the victim, right? They'll call their husband a narcissist while they're the Jezebel spirit. They'll, oh, I don't know what to do about my children. They're misbehaving. They're just like their father. They're a narcissist just like their father, and then they'll bring this badass kid around you. And then if you say anything to their child, or you say, hey, can you control your child? They'll get offended that you told them to control their child, even though they're telling you their child is bad. And then they'll get mad at you for saying anything about their child. They're like, oh, you talking about my kid. I don't like you talking about my kid. But they're the ones telling you the bad behavior. They're telling you the kid is getting suspended, kicked out of school. And then they're bringing you. You might even be giving this kid good advice, but he can't take the good advice because he's around narcissistic people, and he's a narcissist. He's a narcissist his damn self. And then you got one full-blown malignant narcissist, and then you got like this other narcissist, Jezebel spirit, who's like, she's the Jezebel spirit but thinks that she's an empath, but yet she's talked bad about you. She's talked bad about your home. She's talked about your finances. She's gossiped. She's spread misinformation. She doesn't take accountability for her actions. She doesn't take accountability for the things she's done to you. She belittles you. She, like I said, she would rather go help a stranger than her own family. She'll give great gifts to her neighbor while asking you for favors and never giving anything back to you. She'll breadcrumb you. She'll exploit you for more. And then anytime she does something nice for you, she'll tell everybody the nice things she did for you, even though she got more out of you. And then if you call this person out, all they're going to do is get mad, because to them it's like, you should like me no matter what. You shouldn't call me out on my BS. What I did to you in the past is in the past. Don't remind me. I'm just going to deny it. And you're like, oh, I just want to move forward. And they don't want to validate. Oh, I didn't do it. I didn't do that. If I did do it, I'm sorry. I didn't remember doing that. That wasn't me. That was the other narcissist people. That wasn't me. They just want to be liked by you to the point where they'll just pathologically lie even though you know they're lying. And now anything you've shared with them, they're going to go expose it to other people. When you don't want to talk to them, you're like, I don't like this person, they're a Jezebel spirit. Now they're telling everyone, I don't know why she doesn't talk to me anymore. I was there for her for this. I was there for her for that. And now people are looking at you like you're the narcissist. And that's why you have to be careful with these people that want to be liked, because they're going to try to make it seem like you're the narcissist, and you'll drive yourself crazy thinking maybe you are, or maybe there's something wrong with you, or maybe, you want to know why you're hanging on to these toxic people. Why are you addicted to these toxic people? And that's because they fooled you. They were never who they said they were. They were always plotting, always scheming, and always delusional. So I'm sending you guys lots of love. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe if you guys are new to my channel. And if you guys want to book a session with me, my booking information is on the description. Just give me 24 hours to respond, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Love you guys. Bye.